Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome in for another video. Myself, Darren, HGV Class 1 driver here in the UK. A little bit of an earlier start this morning, 5 AM to be precise. I've hooked up to the trailer already. A little bit too dark for the GoPro. First thing we need to do is make sure the load is all nice and secure. Fold away the ladder, because I don't need that anymore. Make sure that clip is attached, because last thing I want is this ladder driving down the road and it slides out. It's not going anywhere, like I say. I was half expecting it to slide out dead easy then, but obviously it didn't. Unfortunately today, the straps I'm currently using are the internal straps, but they go down the centre of the bar instead of over at the edge like they normally do. They'll be like so. Now all the pallets have been secured, trailer's been checked, vehicle checks have been done, time to hit the road. All of our deliveries this morning are around the Kettering area. And to get to the first one is 134 miles away and looking about a 3-hour drive, maybe 4 with traffic. Because after all, we are going past Birmingham. I've just departed the A14 to follow up for the A4 300. About a quarter of a mile now from the location. It's neither left on this next roundabout, going down towards Telford Way, and then the business should be on that road. Made fairly good timing to be fair, with it being a Friday. Got the hiccups though, so I apologise about that. It's currently 10 to 9. Job number 2 is booked in for 11 o'clock, so I've got plenty of time for that as well, because I believe that is not too far away from where I am now. I think that's in Northampton area. And if I remember off the top of my head, the third delivery I've got is in Corby. And then I've got a collection back around this area. Can't shake these hiccups this morning. Ah, there's the business. Just seen it then on the left hand side. Just seen it through a hedge. That's quite good. Sealed air I'm going to. A couple of rolls of packaging. Okay, is it actually this first one to get in? Oh, Plant 2, all drivers must return Plant 1. Okay, there you go. So where is Plant 1? I'm sure there'll be a sign somewhere. Ah, there we go. Sealed air, Plant 1. So I can't get in that way, so I'm going to drive in this way. Let them pass first. Try and take it nice and wide. and I've got to reverse into this bay here and then go speak to somebody, see where they want me. So at least I'm out of the way then, aren't I? I don't want to be blocking any of the routes. I do hope everybody had a great weekend. Even though I'm filming this on a Friday, you'll be watching it on a Monday if you're watching it on the day of release. Right, that should do me there. Let's try and get ourselves booked in. That's the first delivery all done. 10 minutes if that's getting loaded, which is good. However, the next job is booked in for 11:30. And it is currently 9:10. So I've got quite a bit of waiting around, probably about an hour and 40 minutes or so. I'm going to try and get in for 11 o'clock. Hopefully they do accept the delivery then. I've come up with a little bit of an idea and hopefully it's going to pay off. Because job number 3 is not a timed slot delivery. And I've just put on a sat nav and it's only 11 miles away, 20-minute drive. I could get there for 9:30, offload, and then make my way back. Yeah, saves waiting around for nearly 2 hours. Might as well get next delivery done, then come back on myself. I'm gonna do that. Hopefully it works, because I don't want to be late, because if I'm late, it'll get refused. Bit of a gamble, but I think I've got plenty of time. Let's go for it, why not? I've pretty much got 2 hours and 15 minutes before the actual booking time. That should be plenty of time to do 11, maybe 20 mile round trip anyway. The Argos job that I'm going to, that's the one that's booked in. It's on this estate where I am at the moment. And it being a Friday, you want to be like in and out, don't you? I don't want to be waiting around for 2 hours if I can help it. What's the saying? Foot down Friday. Let's go for it. If it was only an hour wait, I probably would wait around. An hour's not really too bad to kill. I can stick it on brake, sort type of thing. But when it's 2 hours, I might as well just go for it. To get to Corby, where the destination is, it's just straight up the A43. So I need to be on the far right lane. Keeping a close eye on the passenger side mirrors, making sure nobody's trying to cut around. It might be 11 miles away from your destination, but it's 11 miles on a big A road, nice dual carriageway, so it's not too bad. You can get 11 miles cleared a lot faster, can't you? But if it's in the middle of the countryside, going through tiny little roads, it'll take that a little bit longer. So I've got faith in getting there and back before the booking time. Just hoping now when I get there they can offload it straight away. If they go, oh, can't do it yet, mate, you asked me about an hour wait, I'm like, yeah, I'm screwed. I can't wait around, I'll come back this afternoon. But you got to give it a try, haven't you? Only got 6 miles left to go. Straight down the A43 still. Well, that wasn't a bad little drive up. Just arriving now to where the client should be. Yeah, okay, I can see the name of the business there. Thank you very much. So it's around here somewhere. Keeping an eye out for all these other ones. Those little business names. Seems to be a haulage business. I think it's M&J International Freight. Is it here? Or is it further down? I don't know if that's it. There's no cars behind me. I'm just having a quick look around. Ah, there we go, yep. Got two logistics companies right next door to each other. Here we are, give it a nice spin in the yard and then report to goods in. Little bit of a jackknife turn. I wouldn't recommend doing that if you've got a heavy load though. I've only got about a ton on, 2 ton maybe if that. Right, that should do me there. You got to love it when a plan comes together. It's currently 9:45, offloaded, so now I've got about an hour and 20 minutes or so to get to our next destination, 10 miles away. Correction, 8.5 miles away. Now, if you're wondering to yourself, why didn't Transport Office plan it the way I've just done it? The simple reason is because it's booked in for 11:30, and with the traffic coming down through Birmingham, there was nothing on the road today. I'd managed to get straight through everything. So I've arrived probably half hour earlier than what I normally would do with traffic, with Birmingham, etc. And because it's quite a high valued client, instead of turning up late because of traffic and then planning this before it, because that is a risk of it happening, they'd rather me wait around for half hour or to an hour and then make the delivery and then carry on my route. So what I've done instead, I took the gamble, it's paid off because I've got plenty of time. And as you've seen on the way down from Kettering to Corby on the A43, there was just no traffic whatsoever. So it's just foot down, 56 miles per hour, cruise control all the way here. So we're kind of winning today, aren't we? Fingers crossed so far. Because it still can go wrong, because Argos, I don't really know what they're like. Some sites, you could be there for an hour, you could be there for 2 hours, or you could be there for 3 or 4 hours. At least my collection point is around a corner in Kettering, because they're both NN14 postcode. Travelling down the A43 at the moment, I'm just going to look for a half decent lay-by to stop in. When I say half decent one, ideally I want one similar to this one that I'm driving past. Because it's got a little bit of a footpath in between the road and where the parking is, when trucks go past, your cab doesn't shake left and right too much. So normally, if it's a normal lay-by, you just come off and then you park right next to the road where you open the door, your door's going to get took off by a truck flying past. Your whole cab and your trailer start shaking, and I try to avoid them ones if possible because they're not really too settling. You can't relax too much in them. You feel like you're out in a boat in the middle of the sea or something. Quite annoying. So if possible, try and find a nice big one. There should be another one or two coming down here. I can't believe the traffic today, though. This is the way it should be at 10 o'clock in the morning. Nobody on the road, everybody should be in work in theory. But this is the quietest I've seen the roads in a long time, and I really don't want to jinx myself because I've still got a long drive back. I've got to drive back through Birmingham still later on, and I'm hoping if I leave Kettering for say 2 o'clock, it's a 3-hour drive back to the yard for 5 o'clock and then finish, so it'll be a good early finish on a Friday. If I could get back for 4 o'clock, even better. Now the reason why I'm thinking leaving at 2 o'clock, I'm not leaving a little bit earlier, is because one, Argos might be there for an hour or so, and then two, the place that I'm making a collection from is a pallet yard. Now pallet yards, they can take a while to load you because they're trying to get on as much as they can, and I'll show you a little bit of that when I'm getting loaded later on. Last pallet yard I was at, I was there for about 2 hours getting loaded. So I'm hoping this place is a little bit more organised and they can get the pallets on nice and quick, then off I go. So I'm not waiting around too much. And with the straps being on the internal rail, like down the middle, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to secure them as well. So I need to stand on the back of the trailer with a big piece of wood and try and push each of the straps over the pallets so that I can get them secured nice and safely as well. So that's going to be a fun job later on. There we go. Nice big lay-by. I'm only a mile and a half around the corner from our delivery point, so that is good. It's only 5 minutes drive to get there, so this is probably the perfect place for me. I've got dinner with me as well, so I don't have to worry about picking up some lunch. Here we are for the next 45 minutes. Whilst I'm on my dinner break, I might as well do a bit of editing on the vlog, and then I can chill out, put some Netflix on.
Please wait while your call is connected.
Funny enough, I have actually been here before, and I didn't recognise it at first, thinking, I don't think I've been to Argos in Kettering before, but when I pulled up, I was like, right, I remember this place. Because what you got to do is park your trailer on a bay, like said bay over there, and then, unit only, we've got to park up over on the side. That's right, I've got to disconnect the trailer for 5 pallets, and then wait over in a little corner, but at least we're waiting inside the cab, instead of locked in a room like some places do. Oh well, let's get ourselves booked in with goods in then. All booked in, bay 28 we go. 26, 27, there's 28. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of room in front, so it's going to be quite a turn, quite a tight turn. Straight in between the white one and the F&W. Take it nice and slow. Straighten it up. And then back we go. Before I do drop the trailer in the bay, we need to make sure it's actually on okay. Yep, that's all right. Now just got to try and find somewhere to park up. Hopefully there's enough spaces for us. placed the next job in the sat-nav and it's 8 miles away. However, it's over at Orton, so it's just off the A14, which is on the way back towards our depot. It's literally in the middle of a field. I'm taking it, it's going to be a small pallet yard in a farmer's yard. That's all I can explain it as. So hopefully the access is going to be good, because pallet yards, if you know, you know, they're not always the best access to get in and out. They are quite tight, and just be careful with nails as well, and the bits of debris of wood and stuff, to make sure your tyres don't get damaged. So hopefully, nice and easy, in and out, no messing about. Well, that's the last delivery made for today, and the time is just coming up to 12:30. So it's taken about 1 hour to get tipped, which was kind of expecting that we'd be in an RDC. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't know if I can go this way, but I think this is the only way I can get to it. Because it's a 7.5 ton weight limit. I'm just wondering, mate, if you'd be able to help me out. Wayland Valley Pallet in Orton, Kettering. Have you been there before?
Wayland Valley? Oh, hang on, why does that sound familiar?
I think it's a farm, innit?
Yeah, is it? Oh, Wayland Valley. Yeah. I know exactly where that is.
Perfect. If you're ever in doubt, give another driver a phone call. That's what I do. So I've just rang James. James has been so helpful just then, explaining where to go. So he said, don't go to the left here, where my sat-nav is trying to take me down, because it does look a little bit narrow when you're looking down that way. But there's another 7.5 ton limit way just up here, and we've got to go down there instead. Now the postcode is actually different as well. So if I didn't phone James, I would never have found this place, because it's a little bit away from where the actual postcode itself is, which is always helpful, isn't it? So we're following it down for Lamport, down a 7.5 ton limit in a nice big Arctic. It's not too bad if the road stays like this, it should be all right. And it should be carrying on down here 2 miles away. Should be about 400 or 500 yards away. Starting to get a little bit more narrow. According to James, you come down this way, and then I think you take a left, and then it should be on the right. Perfect. I think it was Harrington Road off the top of my head. God, I hope I'm going the right way. I do hope I'm going the right way. Just going to slow it down a little bit to about 20 miles per hour, just in case any cars go flying down on our tractors. Foxhall. Bet they don't get many trucks down here. Yeah, there we go. I can see it on the right hand side through the field. The BBC, what are they doing here? Just let them pass. I'm glad I came this way, not through Orton. He did give me a little bit of a warning about pheasants. He said there's about 500 or 600 pheasants just running around. So try not to run it over. A little bit tight around this corner, but it does open up pretty well, so it's not bad. quite a cool old truck there actually, inside the warehouse. I don't know if you've seen it just then. Oh, there are pheasants. There are quite a lot of pheasants. Running around in the field. Alright, need to try and find somebody now. Park in this little middle section, should be alright. Get on both sides, can't they? Doesn't seem to be anybody about. Not too sure where they are, like. I don't know about you, but I absolutely love old antique vehicles. Especially when they've been run down as well, like they are. Managed to find somebody in the end. I'll probably give him a bit of a fright, to be honest with you, because I stuck my head through two little shutters as if I'm Jack from The Shining. Got a nice piece of wood I can use to try and hook the straps over to get them nice and safe. Perfect.
I'll put them all on this side.
Yeah, that's fine, that mate. Yeah, it's fine. Not the best trailers for this, really. They're not the best trailers for this. That's a nice stack of pallets right there, isn't it? Now, just need to do the same for the second half. There goes the last one through the back door. Like a glove. Let's get the straps nice and tight. So thanks to Lee over at Welland Pallet for loading me up nice and quickly. He said the other day they were there for about 2 hours, but it being a Friday, he didn't want to mess about, so he just thrown them on for us. Currently got loaded up a total of 709 pallets. To get back to the yard from where I am now, I'm looking at 3 hours driving, 131 miles. Dreading going past Birmingham on a Friday, if I'm being honest with you. And to be honest with you, the whole M6 is going to be quite knackered, isn't it? And hopefully it's not, because it is a Friday after all. I am expecting a worst case scenario, because traffic was just great this morning, and I kind of jinxed myself, I think, haven't I? Yeah, Friday, M6 northbound. Wish me luck. I'll be going back towards the services the way I came, because I know I can actually get through that way. Just not looking forward to getting on this M6. I'm really not. I'm quite debating whether to go to the M1 and cut across at Stoke. That could be quite busy as well. Can't be worse than Birmingham though, can it? Do what? Yeah. Do what? Yeah. I will do that. I always do this to myself. I always question myself. I always think, right, will that be the best way to go? And I'm like, right, okay, yeah, we could go down that way, get on the road, it'd be fine. Yeah, it'd be no problems whatsoever. And I'm like, no, go the other way instead. It'll be quicker, it'll be better, it'll be easier. Now the sat nav wants me to go straight up, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to carry on round. By the time I get towards Birmingham, I'm probably looking at about 3:15, realistically. And that is when it's smack bang rush hour traffic starting, isn't it? It's a little bit longer in miles wise, going up towards Stoke, then cutting across the A50. But traffic wise, it should hopefully be okay. It can get quite heavy around the A50 when you're approaching Stoke. I reckon I'll get there for about 4 o'clock, give or take, for about an hour and a half from where I am now. But the A14 looks nice and free flowing, so that's always a good sign, hopefully. I was hoping it would be a little bit more clearer coming up this part of the motorway. Just coming up towards Leicester on the M1. It does get a little bit more heavier, the traffic though, at this junction. So hopefully it is just this area which is affected, then it should be free flowing. Just as I expected though, it was only busy on that part of the M1 where everybody goes towards Leicester. Starting to open it up a bit now. I don't want to jinx myself, I really don't, but I'm doing 56 miles per hour, cruise control. Still got 102 miles left to go. Currently saying 5:45 to get back to the yard. Now, unfortunately, I need to take a 15-minute break because I had a break quite early today. So I've got about 2 hours and 25 minutes, believe it or not, until I need to take a 15-minute break, and that will be my 6-hour working time period. Which is quite unfortunate really, because I'll be about 15-20 minutes off getting to the depot. It's always the way, isn't it? It's always the way. So far though, so good for today. My voice went a little bit then. As I was saying before, my voice started to disappear. So far so good for today. Everything's gone really smooth. And for a Friday, that's where we want it really, isn't it? Get down and get back again, no problems. 49 miles left to go, just on the A50 at the moment. Not too far away from Stoke itself, about 3.5 miles. Gonna be jumping on the M6 northbound at junction, I think it's 15 off the top of my head. I'm not too sure why they're only doing about 24 miles per hour when it's a 40. Starting to go dark already at 20 past 4. Starting to get dark really early now, isn't it? A lot shorter days. I've currently got 1 hour and 15 minutes left before I need to take a break. And according to the sat nav, I've got 1 hour and 15 minutes before I get back to the depot. Cutting it close. Since it's only a 15-minute break, I'm just going to take it shortly. I'll probably take it on Keel Services, either there or Knutsford. Ideally, if possible, Knutsford Services, because I do actually need to get some fuel as well. Need to try and fuel it up. So Monday morning, I'm not too sure where I'm going, but if I'm doing a little bit of distance, I'd like to try and start off with a full tank, so I don't have to mess about. We just get straight down towards the clients. Just about to join the M6 and it's not looking very good. I think I did make the right decision by not going past Birmingham, because yeah, it's a Friday on the M6. The M6 car park, as I like to call it sometimes. I've still got 43 miles left to go. And just like that, somehow I managed to make it back to the yard for 6 o'clock. And that is on a Friday as well. The M6 actually cleared up. And when I got to Limb Services, all the way up to Haydock, no traffic whatsoever. It was really, really weird. I've also been given the schedule for Monday, which is a very, very early start at 4 AM. So that means I've got to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It's not good. It's not good. It's going to be freezing, dark and miserable. To be fair though, with this line of work, you do get used to the early starts. By the way, these aren't black eyes, it's just really bad lighting around here. Like the shadowing is awful at the moment, so it looks like I've had no sleep whatsoever. I'm quite wide awake, to be fair. Yeah, so Monday I'm going north of Hull, then to Hull itself, then after Hull down towards Grimsby, or south of Grimsby. I think it's called Louth, L-O-U-T-H I think it's spelled. Collecting from a pallet yard, and then I'm taking all the empty pallets from that place in Louth over towards Knowsley. Hopefully we can get there before 5 o'clock when they close, but stay tuned to find out on that one how we get on for Monday morning. On that note, I am going to call it a day on the video, so thank you very much for all the new subscribers, thank you for all the views, thank you for all the likes, comments, everything, all the interactions. I really do appreciate it, guys, so thank you very much. I've got to say, we've got a fantastic community growing at the moment on this channel. Everybody helps each other if they're stuck on the comments, so thank you very much for all that. I really do appreciate it. Have a great day, have a great week, and of course, stay safe. Bye for now.